The nightmare never ends on I have no mouth and I must scream. But let's get on with that edition, of course. And, neither does this creepy as fuck haunting music. Really good. We're just gonna have to. I think it's okay with. We shouldn't be here anymore, Nimdok. Can we leave? Alright, we have a new addition to the scene. Can you figure out what's different? Time's up.
This foolish man, he's tangled in barbed wire. How could you so foolishly be caught in the wires?
I was trying to escape, but I was so weak. I fell and got caught.
Ha ha lol noob. That's what Nimdok's saying to him. Just in case you couldn't get that straight.
Why do you risk escaping in such poor physical condition?
That timing was hardly of my own choosing. I learned that I was to be among the next batch of volunteers.
For what were you being given the privilege to volunteer?
Experimentation, they say. Extinction is more like it. Surely you, of all people, know the regime's plan for the lost tribe.
I will call the guard.
Why? So the guard can taunt me as I die a slow death?
I will summon one of the doctors.
No, I'm better off here than under the knives of you butchers.
There is nothing I can do for you.
You can at least help me end my misery. That would give you the pleasure of seeing another one of us die, you cold-hearted bastard.
So, does he actually want my help or not? I'm going to help him in his misery, but not in the way that he's thinking. Using the ether with the guy who's tangled in... I'm not exactly sure of this whole... That's just suspension of disbelief.
Oh, that feels much better.
The ether should relieve the pain.
I feel so lightheaded, so sleepy.
And now that he's been given some anesthesia, we're going to use the pliers on the barbed wire that he's trapped in.
Thank you. Thank you. Listen, I heard this in the hospital when the doctor thought I was sleeping. Waken the sleeper, utter the truth, and kiss him.
He is free, but he has lost consciousness.
Are you sure he's free? I guess he just felt like hanging out, playing Nintendo, or whatever it is, escapees. You know what, What do you have to say about this turn of events? Did you see how kind I was? I didn't have to be so kind. I'm totally not a cold-hearted bastard, murderer, killer, butcher, like you guys are calling me here. Come on, bro.
I hope you're happy with the regime that you set up. Your science could have saved the world. Instead, it conquered it.
Conquering through saving, or saving through conquering. Yeah, how do you not know this?
What is the importance of the year 1945? It seems to have some significance.
Never forget the year 1945, Nimdok. That was when the truths about you and your unholy experiments came out.
I seem to recall that you speak Latin. What is engraved on this watch?
The engraving says time is truth. And since your time is running out, I'll keep the watch.
Prisoner just jacked my watch. What the fuck, bro? Come on now.
You want to make amends? Get me out of here.
Ah, shit, I actually skipped through that. The game lagged. It's not
Never
my fault.
forget the year.
I am starting to
Let's try this
recall
again.
that you do have cause to hate me.
You want to make amends? Get me out of here.
Alright, let's give the pliers to the guy who just jacked our watch.
Here, you should be able to escape with this.
Pliers for cutting the wires? Yes, I think this would make escape possible. But don't think that one good deed will make up for all those poor innocents you butchered.
Listen, Negative Nancy, I'm trying to help you out here. I don't know, I'm not sure everything that I've done, but hey, ungrateful bastard. Oh yeah, that's what it is, he's ungrateful. Let's continue.
Continue your research. The extinction of the lost tribe is near at hand. The regime shall vanquish all of its enemies.
Yeah, I'm totally inspired. Let's look at this poster again.
A youth. There is
Right. Let's walk back through the curtain. Something else is going on. What does the gallery say about this?
so many angry faces.
They're not amused by the fact that I totally killed that dude earlier, but at least they're kind enough to still sit in the gallery and watch. That's a lot of people. Alright, what's happening?
This man's eyes have been surgically removed. The surgeon who did this has great skill.
Not only have they been surgically removed, but there is a wire connecting his face, where the eyes once were, to his eyes in a jar.
Incredible. A wire connects this patient's optic nerve to a jar containing 2 human eyes.
Like I just said, you have some short-term memory loss, don't you, Nimdok? So, yeah, regime science. Pretty fucking awesome, not gonna lie. Let's go ahead and save just in case here, because mistakes can be made, and I'd rather not make them. Go ahead and talk to Dude Man here.
What have you done to deserve removal of your eyes?
Please disconnect the wires.
Why are your optic nerves wired to the eyeballs in the jar?
Please disconnect the wires.
Who did this to you? He has great surgical skill.
Please disconnect the wires.
Alright, we're batting 0 for 3. Kinda like Am there, huh, in his psychodramas. Well, can't blame him for not being able to focus on much of anything else, considering his current predicament. Rather than immediately follow his request, though, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna use this ether here on him.
This should ease your suffering.
The things I see now, a trinity of 3 beasts, one like us, one from the east, one from the steppes. They speak in numbers. A lost tribe of our brothers sleeping on the moon. They sleep in darkness, unseen by the beasts. Such a vision, so tiring. I have to rest.
And now,
He is not conscious.
so we can do what he wanted us to do originally. Take the jar. Of...
These eyes seem perfectly preserved, almost alive.
Definitely creepy. Let's go ahead and head back here.
Emergency. The prisoners have seized the compound. Gather all research materials and evacuate to the bunker. Evacuate.
Really? You mean that guy gave the pliers to actually succeeded? Against armed guards of the regime? Maybe it was just only one guard. What about all those people out there in the gallery? Could they not be of assistance? Maybe the pliers gave access to a secret ammo cache or something. I don't know. Also, there's a box here now.
These files appear to have been packed in a hurry.
We can always use a box. Especially because it'll make this jar of eyeballs easier to carry around.
It is safely hidden in the box.
Although I have no idea what the hell Nimdok is smoking to think that the jar is completely and safely entirely hidden within the box now. Oh gee, what are you carrying there? Sensitive documents and a jar of eyeballs? Carry on, carry on. Old people are silly. Let's go ahead and head back through here now to the recovery room.
I recognize this child. He was in the operating room.
Very good, Nimdok. Your memory's improving.
How are you feeling?
I feel okay. I'm not hurt like the others here.
Kid, how'd you follow me from Benny's psychodrama?
Do you know who I am?
You are Nimdok? You are more frightening in person than in legend.
What do you know of me?
The things you do are terrible. We small ones are your lab rats.
Are you saying that the doctors here have been using children for experimentation?
No, not all the doctors. You and Dr. Mengele sent all the good doctors to the prison yard.
So, I am a legend to you.
Yes, but we have our own legends. Legends that owe nothing to your regime. You will fail, no matter how many of us you cut apart.
Why do you say that the regime will fail?
The golem will finish you. It will not be mastered by your regime. The golem will wake up, and when it sees with its own eyes the evil you have done, it will turn on you and save us.
Come on, kid. A golem? And that improved my self-esteem, by the way. My spiritual barometer. Ah, silly kid. Even in this troubled time, they can still make jokes and tell fairy tales. A golem? Come on, bro. Let's be honest. No. The golem of the lost tribe.
Get some rest.
We will not rest until your regime is destroyed.
Listen, kid. If it weren't for me, you'd be missing your lower spine right now. You better show some respect to Dr. Nimdok. Slap you with this jar of eyeballs. Go through here and take a spiffy cool-ass shortcut. Save first. This is who overthrew the regime compound. Are you serious? So, using my incredible vision, there appears to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That could be 8. One person could be huddling another. And I guess that's 9 there too, because it's a kid. So, we've got 9 prisoners on the screen. The majority of them, that's 5, are still imprisoned. The other 4 are totally disheveled, completely decrepit, weakened after their exposure to the horrors of this place, and I guess you still have the pliers. The other 3 of you are armed with... You have like a dagger and an axe thing, and you 2 have like cane things. That one regime guard there who was standing, not anywhere near you at all, so that you couldn't, sneak attack him, he had a gun. Unless that was like a shogun that didn't actually do anything, it's no wonder that, I don't even know. Let's just...
The prisoners blocked the gate. I must persuade them to let me pass.
I mean, in the face of a young, virile, man armed with a gun, this shouldn't be a problem, but for Nimdok, this would be an insurmountable challenge. I totally get that. Let's talk to the man whom we've helped escape from his prison, and surely he'll see the good in us. And we'll even say something to entice him to see the good in us.
You must let me go. With these materials, I may be able to remedy the atrocities I have committed.
You can't fool me, Nimdok. You are an unredeemable butcher. But you are one of us, like it or not.
Why do you say that I am one of you?
You denied your heritage and turned your own parents into the regime. But you're still a member of the Lost Tribe. And that makes your crimes all the more heinous.
Does that mean you will allow me to go?
Since you did help us to escape, we'll give you a head start. Then we'll hunt you down and kill you like the dog you are.
I must leave this place. It seems I was once the wolf. Now, I am the quarry.
I don't think it's fair to compare Nimdok favorably to dogs, or, like, put them on the same balance level, okay? Same prisoner, you have no idea. Alright, let's take a look around. For example, this... What the fuck is going on here?
Faces! Faces of people in torture! I have not seen so many corpses since... my memory is not what it used to be.
What a pleasant location! And over there we have the bunker. Let's head inside.
I know this place. Some of my greatest accomplishments were made here.
Like what, Nimdok?
Morphogenics. The ability to reorganize DNA at will. Did Am discover my work in this area? Is this how he was able to alter Benny and play other cruel tricks on the rest of us?
The regime, man, with such scientific breakthroughs on their side, it's fucking amazing that they lost. I'm just saying. What else we got going on here? I'm glad that fucking rat stopped doing its Morphin thing too, because that was messing with my head.
A teletype machine. There is a message in it. The message reads, cease all work on Project Perfect Image. Confidential. The leader is dead, having looked on the face of the future using the prototype device. This leaves the regime ripe for invasion. Destroy all work in progress. This technology must not be allowed to fall into the hands of the enemy.
So let me get this straight. Okay, leader's dead, killed by the science that you were engineering yourselves, and at this preeminent premier scientific bunker where you're using volunteers for research, you've experienced like a prisoner uprising, and they've revolted against you, and they've taken the compound. Those 9 people, only 4 of whom, were not in prison, one of whom had pliers, and the other 3 had a various, assortment of makeshift weapons. Versus the regime. What are the guards? Imperial stormtroopers or some shit? What the fuck? I guess that's why the science did not allow the regime to overcome everything. Because the people behind the science were too fucking stupid. Got it, understand. I understand perfectly. Let's go ahead and save the game just in case and walk into the doorway.
The legends are true. This must be the golem of Lost Tribe folklore.
Well, what do you know? The kid was right. There is a golem. Fancy that. Fucking kids. Let's take a look at it.
This golem appears to be made of steel and molded clay.
I don't recall telling him not to finish that sentence. Let me try again.
This golem appears to be made of steel and molded clay.
I guess he doesn't feel like saying this is a triumph of regime science. We'll play with you later. What's going on here?
Such a strange combination of scientific plans and mystic symbols. This has something to do with the golem, but the meaning is not clear. This vat contains a silvery liquid. Mercury, perhaps. This resembles a light switch.
A light switch? Okay, let's go ahead and use that switch then. And take a look at the vat.
I see a mirror. It was obscured by the light.
Of course, fancy that. Attempting to use
I
the
see
vat
a mirror. I see.
doesn't work. And you can't mouse over it. The trick here, once again, is to use the push command.
What is this mirror doing here?
A mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? Probably not Nimdok, especially with... Is that a question mark on his apron? is a question mark on his apron. Never fucking noticed that. What? And that's a question mark in blood, isn't it? It is. It is. I'm not seeing shit, that's what it is. Learning new shit about this game every day. Folks, tell me, that is a question. It totally fits. I never noticed that detail. Who knew? Who knew? Alright. What the hell. We'll go ahead and look in the mirror in this episode, and then we'll go ahead and end it.
I do not know what to do with these.
Of course, that was promptly stupid. Let's just look at the damn mirror instead.
Oh my God, it is true. 1945, turning my Jewish parents over to the Nazis for extermination. I have found the lost tribe. It is me.
Surprise. Regime, Nazis, Lost Tribe, Jews. And the Golem ties into that as well. Coming up next time, Resolve Nimdok's psychodrama.